7 signs that reveal how long you will live after 70 walking speed. Maintaining a steady and brisk walking speed is one of the strongest indicators of longevity. Research has shown that individuals who can walk at a steady pace, even in their 70s, tend to live longer than those who slow down significantly. Walking speed reflects overall health, muscle strength, cardiovascular function, and even cognitive well-being. A person with a consistent walking pace, strong posture, and fluid movements likely has good physical and neurological health. On the other hand, someone who struggles to keep up with their peers, frequently takes breaks, or feels unsteady while walking may be experiencing declining health. Reduced walking speed can signal underlying issues such as muscle weakness, poor circulation, or early neurological decline. The good news is that walking speed can be improved. By incorporating regular physical activity like daily walks, leg exercises, and light strength training, you can maintain or even enhance your mobility. If you notice a decrease in your walking speed, take action early to strengthen your muscles and improve your endurance. Grip strength. Believe it or not, the strength of your handshake may indicate your future health. A strong grip is associated with overall muscle strength, good circulation, and a well-functioning nervous system. Conversely, a weak or declining grip can be an early warning sign of muscle loss, frailty, and an increased risk of health complications. For example, individuals who have a firm grip tend to stay more active, engage in regular exercise, and maintain good muscle tone. Meanwhile, those who struggle with opening jars, carrying groceries, or performing simple tasks with their hands may be at risk of decreased muscle mass and weakened health. A weakening grip is often linked to an increased risk of falls, injuries, and shorter life expectancy. Fortunately, grip strength can be improved through simple exercises. Squeezing a tennis ball, using hand grippers, carrying light weights, and engaging in resistance training can help maintain muscle health and prevent frailty. Pay attention to your grip strength and take steps to keep your muscles strong and functional. Ability to stand on one-leg balance is often overlooked until it starts to deteriorate. However, your ability to stand on one leg for at least 10 seconds is a strong predictor of longevity. Studies have found that people who struggle with balance are more likely to experience falls, injuries, and cognitive decline. On the other hand, individuals who can maintain stability well into their later years tend to live longer and healthier lives. Good balance requires strong leg muscles, a sharp nervous system, and a well-functioning brain. If you find yourself feeling unsteady when turning, stumbling more often, or needing to hold on to furniture for support, it may be time to work on improving your balance. The best part is that balance can be improved through simple exercises. Practicing standing on one leg for a few seconds daily, walking heel to toe, or engaging in Tai Chi can help enhance stability and prevent falls. Test yourself today and see if you can maintain balance for at least 10 seconds. If not, consider incorporating exercises that strengthen coordination and stability. Sleep quality. How well you sleep at night plays a significant role in your longevity. Sleep is not just about rest. It is when the body repairs itself, strengthens the immune system, and clears toxins from the brain. Research has shown that individuals over 70 who maintain high-quality sleep tend to live longer and healthier lives. In contrast, those who struggle with poor sleep face an increased risk of memory decline, heart disease, and weakened immunity. For instance, individuals who maintain a consistent sleep schedule, get around 7 hours of rest per night, and wake up feeling refreshed tend to experience better health. On the other hand, those who have restless nights, wake up multiple times, or struggle to fall asleep may suffer from chronic sleep deprivation, leading to cognitive decline and increased risk of chronic diseases. Improving sleep quality is possible through simple lifestyle changes. Reducing screen time before bed, establishing a nighttime routine, getting natural sunlight during the day, and avoiding heavy meals before sleep can all make a significant difference. Pay attention to your sleep habits. How well you rest today directly impacts your long-term health and vitality. Eating habits. Your eating habits after 70 play a crucial role in determining how long you may live. A healthy appetite and a well-balanced diet contribute to strong immunity, sustained energy levels, and overall vitality. On the other hand, a sudden loss of appetite or poor eating habits can signal underlying health problems and accelerate aging. Individuals who maintain a balanced diet rich in whole foods, proteins, fiber, and healthy fats tend to have stronger bodies and minds. Meanwhile, those who lose interest in food, experience unexplained weight loss, or rely heavily on processed meals may be at risk of malnutrition and muscle deterioration. Recognizing the final year, 5 key signs that indicate an elderly person is nearing life's end. Introduction. Subtle but important changes. Many people assume that death in old age happens suddenly, but in reality, the body often gives quiet yet significant warning signs months, sometimes even a year in advance. These signs may not be immediately obvious, as they often develop gradually. They may be brushed off as just aging or normal weakness. However, recognizing them early can provide families with the opportunity to offer better care, prepare emotionally, and ensure their loved ones experience a peaceful and dignified transition. Commonly overlooked signs. Families often miss these signs because they appear minor at first. A small change in appetite, a bit more fatigue, or occasional confusion may not seem concerning. But when looking back, people often realize that the signs were there all along. Unfortunately, by the time they understand the significance, it is often too late to make the most of the remaining time. Understanding these warning signs can help families shift their focus from trying to fix their loved one's declining health to instead providing comfort, love, and meaningful experiences in their final months. Purpose of this guide. This guide explores 5 key indicators that an elderly person may be in their final year of life. Each of these signs, significant weight loss, extreme fatigue, cognitive confusion, frequent infections, and changes in breathing, reflects the body's gradual preparation for its final stage. By recognizing these changes early, families can make informed decisions about care, prioritize their loved one's comfort, and cherish the time they have left. Sign number 1, significant weight loss. One of the earliest and most telling signs that a person may be approaching the final year of their life is unintentional weight loss. While slight fluctuations in weight are common as people age, a noticeable and consistent decline in weight without trying to lose it is a red flag. Unintentional weight loss. Families often notice small changes at first. Perhaps a belt that suddenly needs tightening, clothing that appears looser, or a loved one who used to have a hearty appetite, now eating much less. Some might dismiss this as part of getting older, but losing weight without trying is rarely a good sign. It often indicates that the body is no longer absorbing nutrients efficiently, that muscle mass is decreasing, and that essential systems are slowing down. Why does this happen? Weight loss in the final year of life is usually caused by a combination of factors, including decreased nutrient absorption. As the digestive system slows down, the body struggles to break down food and absorb nutrients. Even if a person is eating the same amount, they may not be getting the necessary energy and protein from their food. Muscle wasting, sarcopenia. Aging naturally leads to some muscle loss, but when it happens rapidly, it can indicate a deeper issue. Muscle is essential for mobility, balance, and strength, so losing it makes everyday activities more difficult. Weakened immune function. The body becomes less effective at repairing itself and fighting off illness, which can further contribute to weight loss. Unnoticed. These include cancer. Many forms of cancer cause the body to break down muscle and fat at a rapid rate. Heart failure. The heart's ability to pump blood weakens, reducing the delivery of nutrients throughout the body. Kidney disease. Waste products build up in the body, leading to loss of appetite and unintentional weight loss, depression, or cognitive decline. Apathy, loss of interest in food, or forgetting to eat can all contribute to weight loss in elderly individuals. How to respond. When an elderly loved one begins losing weight unexpectedly, it's essential to respond with care and understanding. Don't force large meals. Forcing someone to eat more than they want can cause discomfort and distress. Instead, focus on small, nutrient-dense meals. Prioritize comfort foods. If a person enjoys a particular dish, encourage them to eat it, even if it's not traditionally healthy. The goal is to maintain their strength, not follow strict diets. Offer easy-to-eat options. Soft foods, high-calorie shakes, and small snacks can be more appealing than large meals. Stay hydrated. Dehydration can make weight loss worse, so encourage frequent sips of water, broth, or electrolyte drinks. Consult a healthcare professional. If weight loss is severe or rapid, a doctor or dietitian may recommend supplements or additional interventions. Sign number 2, extreme fatigue and weakness. Another significant sign that an elderly person may be in their final year of life is persistent, deep fatigue that doesn't improve with rest. Profound exhaustion. This is not just the usual tiredness that comes after a busy day. It's an overwhelming fatigue that makes even simple tasks feel impossible. Getting out of bed becomes a struggle. Walking across a room requires immense effort, and formerly enjoyable activities feel draining. Why does this happen? As the body nears the end of life, it begins conserving energy, prioritizing only essential functions. Several factors contribute to extreme fatigue. Slower circulation. The heart and lungs aren't working as efficiently, meaning less oxygen reaches the muscles and brain. Metabolic slowdown. The body shifts from an active state to a more reserved one, using energy sparingly. Muscle weakness. Loss of muscle mass makes movement more difficult, increasing exhaustion. Declining organ function. The liver, kidneys, and digestive system all slow down, leading to lower energy levels. Increased sleep. As energy levels drop, an elderly individual may sleep more throughout the day. They may take frequent naps, struggle to stay awake, or become drowsy even in the middle of conversations. Some experience energy crashes, where they seem fine one moment and then completely drained the next. Emotional impact. For many seniors, this extreme fatigue can be frustrating. They may feel helpless or embarrassed that they can no longer do things they once took for granted. This can lead to emotional withdrawal, isolation, and even depression. Sign number 3, cognitive confusion or withdrawal. One of the more distressing signs for families is cognitive decline. It can manifest as moments of forgetfulness, difficulty following conversations, or even a complete withdrawal from social interactions. While occasional memory lapses are a normal part of aging, a noticeable and progressive decline in cognition can indicate that an elderly individual is entering their final stage of life. Memory and attention decline. At first, these changes may seem minor. An elderly person might forget recent events, but remember things from decades ago. Struggle to follow conversations, especially in noisy environments. Repeat the same questions or stories multiple times. Have difficulty making decisions or processing new information. As cognitive function declines further, they may become disoriented, forgetting where they are or what day it is. They may even have trouble recognizing familiar faces, which can be painful for loved ones. Reduced oxygen to the brain. Cognitive changes often stem from reduced blood circulation. As the heart weakens and blood flow slows, the brain receives less oxygen and nutrients, leading to confusion and mental fog. This can result in difficulty concentrating, moments of disorientation, even in familiar settings, hallucinations or delusions in some cases. Social withdrawal. As cognitive abilities decline, many elderly individuals begin to withdraw socially. They might avoid conversations because they find it exhausting to keep up, respond with short or vague answers, spend more time in silence, preferring to sit alone rather than engage with family. This withdrawal is not always a conscious choice. In many cases, the brain's processing power is slowing down, making it harder to engage with others. This can also be linked to depression or an emotional response to feeling different from how they once were. Emotional changes. Some elderly individuals become more irritable, anxious, or even indifferent as their cognitive function declines. Mood swings may occur without any apparent reason, and they may react emotionally in ways that seem out of character. How to respond? Approach with patience. Frustration will only make things worse. Speak calmly and avoid correcting them when they forget something. Offer reassurance. Let them know they are safe and cared for. Create a calm environment. Too much noise or stimulation can worsen confusion. Encourage familiar routines. Maintaining a predictable schedule can help reduce anxiety. Sign number 4, frequent infections and slow healing. A weakened immune system is another sign that an elderly individual is approaching their final stage of life. Their body no longer fights infections as effectively as it once did, making them more susceptible to illnesses and slower to recover. Weakened immune system. As people age, their immune system naturally declines. However, when infections become frequent and difficult to manage, it may indicate that their body is struggling to sustain itself. Some common issues include recurring colds or flu. Even minor illnesses take longer to resolve. Urinary tract infections, UTIs. These can cause confusion and weakness rather than the typical fever seen in younger people. Skin infections or bed sores. Poor circulation makes healing slower, increasing the risk of infections. Circulation decline. Poor blood flow plays a significant role in an elderly person's vulnerability to infections. When circulation slows, wounds take longer to heal, and white blood cells, which fight infections, struggle to reach affected areas. Resistance to treatment. As the body weakens, treatments that once worked well may no longer be effective. Antibiotics might not clear infections as quickly, or medications that once improved their condition may stop having a noticeable impact. Signs of infection in the elderly. Unlike younger individuals, the elderly may not exhibit typical fever symptoms when they develop an infection. Instead, signs of infection may include increased confusion or delirium, extreme fatigue and sleepiness, loss of appetite or refusal to drink fluids. How to respond. Focus on comfort rather than aggressive treatment. If an infection is unlikely to be fully cured, the priority should be easing symptoms. Keep them hydrated. Dehydration can make infections worse. Provide gentle care. Avoid excessive medical interventions that may cause unnecessary discomfort. Sign number 5, major changes in breathing and circulation. One of the most significant indicators that an elderly person is nearing the end of life is a noticeable change in their breathing and circulation patterns. These changes occur as the body gradually slows down and prioritizes vital functions. Irregular breathing patterns. Breathing changes can be subtle at first, but become more pronounced over time. Common signs include slow, shallow breathing. This is often a sign that the body is conserving energy. Fluctuating patterns, Cheyne-Stokes respiration. This is characterized by alternating periods of rapid breathing followed by long pauses. Labored breathing. The person may struggle to get enough air, even when resting. Cold extremities. As circulation weakens, the body focuses on sending blood to vital organs, reducing blood flow to the hands and feet. This results in cold hands, feet, or ears. A bluish or mottled appearance to the skin. Less sensitivity in fingers and toes. Shortness of breath. Even minimal movement, such as sitting up or speaking, may cause breathlessness. In some cases, lung fluid buildup can cause a persistent cough, a feeling of tightness in the chest, a need to sleep in an elevated position. Physical discomfort. Breathing changes can be distressing for both the elderly individual and their loved ones. While it may be tempting to encourage deep breaths, this can sometimes cause more discomfort. How to respond. Ensure a comfortable environment. A quiet, peaceful setting helps ease anxiety. Use a humidifier. Moist air can help reduce discomfort from dry or labored breathing. Provide reassurance. Holding their hand and speaking softly can help them feel secure. Elevate their head. Propping them up with pillows can help ease breathing difficulties. Consider palliative care. If discomfort is severe, medications or oxygen therapy may be recommended by a healthcare professional. Recognizing these breathing and circulation changes allows families to focus on comfort and peace in their loved ones' final moments. Final thoughts, key takeaways. The 5 signs discussed in this guide, significant weight loss, extreme fatigue, cognitive decline, frequent infections, and major breathing changes, are all indicators that an elderly person may be in the final stage of life. Recognizing these signs early allows families to focus on what truly matters: Shifting focus to quality of life. Instead of trying to fight the inevitable, it's important to prioritize comfort, ensure they are as pain-free and relaxed as possible. Spend meaningful time together. Even simple moments, holding hands, reminiscing about old memories, can be incredibly valuable. Respect their wishes. If they express a desire to rest more, eat less, or stop certain treatments, honor those choices. Emotional preparation. Understanding these changes allows families to provide better care and prepare emotionally for what's to come. While saying goodbye is never easy, being aware of the signs of decline can help loved ones make the most of their remaining time together. Encouragement to engage. If you found this guide helpful, consider sharing it with others who may be facing a similar situation. You are also encouraged to share your experiences, ask questions, and seek support from communities that understand what you're going through.